Hey Steve, it's Thursday, and that means that I've been working through some painful realities about myself. So, thanks for that. As always, I'll be answering 3 questions, so let's get this show on the road. Number 1, what are the walls in my life that have kept me divided from the household of God? Well, since we're here at the beginning of the fast, only 2 days in now, I can already tell you a big one. Laziness. Maybe laziness isn't the root of it as much as it's an expression of a deeper sin of mine. My love for ease. Sometimes I find that I don't want to fast because it's hard. It's not fun. I want cheeseburgers. Or maybe I lose patience with people because dealing with them is hard. I want things to go my way, and when they don't, it makes it frustrating. Or I can despair at work because all around I just find that there's some things I really need to try hard at and that I don't just get it all right away. Somewhere along the line, I think I picked up the sense that if I can't do something perfectly and with ease, then it's not worth doing at all. And I think that this pertains even to my spiritual life. Like sometimes I don't want to pray because I don't always feel particularly prayerful. Or I have a hard time wanting to fast, but that's a silly thing even to say because fasting is not about doing what you want, it's about learning to tame what you want. So I get it backwards. Unfortunately, I think this love of ease can get in the way of my showing up for others and keep me from giving myself to them when it's hard. Question 2, when have I rejected God's gifts and tried to fill my own barns with worldly concerns? Like every day? Recently I read in Abba Isaac the Syrian that it is better to be uncouth with words and yet to know God than it is to offer eloquent knowledge about God from the vast repository of what you've read. This deeply convicted me. Instead of just openly accepting God's gift, his own son, his very life, I have turned from this and tried to make myself just seem smart. Instead of simply being grateful for the fact that God has invited me into his work in the world, both through the GOA and through my therapy office, I want to be seen as good at what I do. Indeed, God has given me the work, which is a gift in itself, but he has also given me the talents to do that work. And instead of using them to honor him, I think I want to use them to honor myself. I want to be seen as a good therapist, as a good speaker, as a good writer, as a good person. You know, it's just now dawning on me that this is probably why I like it when things come easily, because it makes me look good. It's hard to look good when you're struggling to understand or to get something right. For example, if I make a mistake, which in my head I know is totally natural, it feels like my very fragile self is crumbling under the scrutinizing view of others. So instead of just being faithful to the things that God has given me, I want to be good at them, as if that were by my own effort. Like the man in the parable, I seem to have no sense that God has placed me in this situation. And instead, I seem to think that I can just coast by on my own name, on my reputation as a good speaker, writer, therapist, etc. Question 3, when has God entered my life by surprise to let me know that my life is actually his? I can see how God has guided my life as I look back, but I'm not sure that there was ever really one big moment where God just woke me up. That my life actually belongs to God and not to myself is something that I understand in theory, but it's not something that has grabbed me outright just yet. But that awareness does come in small moments. It might happen while I'm listening to a podcast or reading a book, or even if I just have a sense of dread about my life. I realize that God has given me life. He has given me skills, and that I frequently feel like I'm squandering them, using them all for the sake of my own glory. And sadly, my response tends to be one of shame, despair. I beat myself up and wonder why I'm not a better Christian. Too often, this is kind of where it ends, but I'm trying to remember that it doesn't have to. Sure, I might be sort of preoccupied with self-interest and self-glory, and sure, I might not want to fast because I have a weak will, but I am trying. I'm trying to lead with my body, to get my hands and feet moving in works of righteousness for God's sake. My only hope is that one day my mind and my heart will catch up with my body, and that way I'll be glorifying God with inner unity. All right, Steve, that's all I got. I'll see you on Monday.